In the jungles of Sumatra lives an animal that might provide the answer to that, and much more.
Is that them? Coming down the trunk. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Yeah! With one swing of the arm.
It's the Siamang gibbon, and Bjorn Merker is studying it because he believes that this primate relation of ours, more than any other animal, might hold the key to the origin of human music.
Siamang song, unlike other gibbons, is not melodious, but contains highly rhythmic phrases, and they sing together with different parts for the male and female. And the song builds up to a crescendo, which is the female great call, and at close range it is a deafening and incredibly impressive spectacle.
When I met him, Bjorn had been using his transparent sound reflectors and microphones to map out the singing territories. He had also perfected a remarkable imitation.
It's one simple bark phrase.
Yes. And was that male or female?
This was a male.
Give me the female.
Appetite whetted, we headed into the forest to record the real thing from as close as we could get.
What we have here is the most magnificent Siamang habitat I've been in. There are about 6 groups here, family groups, defending their territories by singing.
We could certainly hear them singing in the distance, but if we set off after a family in full song, they would probably have finished by the time we reached them. Our best chance seemed to be to find a family that hadn't yet begun their daily performance.
The branches about 20-30 yards ahead of us are swaying and shaking, and they're certainly in there. So if we're patient and wait for a bit, there's a good chance we might hear them singing.
And there is the first bark.
Form on 3 now.
Yes. And we should be hearing booms. Here come the booms. Yes, and a bark sequence.
That's the
True,
female.
yes.
That's scream.
That's the male. That's the male.
The song was impressively loud. It was easy to see that this could give a good indication of a group's health and strength.
This is building up nicely.
But you can't perfect a coordinated recital like this without a lot of practice.
And both animals are doing this. You can see their mouths moving.
So, performing it regularly does 2 things. It strengthens the bonds within a family and advertises the family's strength to the neighbours, just like the singing foreign legionnaires.
Here comes the great call. This is a female alone. Wow. Now she's going to start accelerating. There comes the male, bitonal. And now all hell will break loose.
Siamang gibbons perform their song as a family because it's the family that holds the territory. On the other hand, our ancestors, according to some scientists, held their territories as male groups, as chimpanzees do today. And that, says Bjorn, is how human group singing might have begun.
I personally happen to believe that we ourselves were singing apes, maybe something like these animals in the trees here, before we became talking humans. And in that case, broadcasting a vocal signal to the neighbors outside the territory, the territorial rivals and potential encroachers, would obviously serve a function.
So this was a family defense.
Yes.
But you see the human singing ape, as it were,
Yes.
behaving as a group,
As a
much
group.
bigger than a family.
Much bigger than this.
And now you're telling me that they probably sang in order to scare the living daylights out of their neighbours.
I have a hunch that they might have.